decide to add DeepSeek to that list?
I used DeepSeek for one of my analysis purpose for my academic assignment.
Okay. That's really interesting. Yeah, not too many people are very familiar right now. Google Gemini, ChatGPT, and Anthropic's Claude are the top three models. I ended up using Claude quite a bit, and Gemini was all right, but I found that ChatGPT and Claude had the best combination of output. But yeah, that's really interesting. That's why I was curious to hear why for what purposes um, you're using sorry, uh, one second, DeepSeek for. Yeah. So looks like we have a fair number of students here with us so far. I think we can probably get started in a couple more minutes. Does anyone else want to share what experience they currently have with uh, using AI resources?
Sir, I want to share.
Yeah, please.
There are several platforms from AI I typically use. Normally, ChatGPT, Gemini, but sometimes I use Cloud, and also sometimes I use Canva AI to generate idea deeply. But I would say mostly I use Gemini for speaking. I'll speaking most of the time. It can change the accent of it and take a total real exam of mine and catch me the mistake line by line, like every grammatical mistakes and where I should generate more idea or something. And I use ChatGPT for understanding reading passages. Like if I don't get a reading passage, if I paste it to it, teach me or sort out some idea. And there are two other things I mentioned. That's a Canva AI for design purpose. I use it, and for cloud I use deep information. Like if I need a more accurate documentary, this type of things.
Okay, cool. That's really interesting. Two bits of feedback I can give you. I heard a couple of words that you were mispronouncing a little bit. So the first one was passage. I think you might have said passes. So যেখানে জি হওয়ার কথা আপনার ওখানে s ইউজ হয়ে যাচ্ছে। So passage হবে PASSAGE passage। আর আরেকটা ছিল হচ্ছে যে ক্লাউডের ব্যাপারে বললেন আপনি মনে হয় এটা you're pronouncing that as cloud. So it while it does sound right, the pronunciation is cloud. So Google Claude. So you'll pronounce it like CLAWDE. Right now you're pronouncing it as cloud, CLOUD. So just a small distinction. It's nothing big, but just moving forward, something for you to keep in mind. But yeah, thanks for sharing. I
Got it.
appreciate that. All right, so looks like we have a fair number of students in class, so I guess we can go ahead and get started. So yeah, hey everyone, thanks for joining us for tonight's language club. Our topic for this evening is going to be artificial intelligence in everyday life. This is a topic that I'm really interested in myself just because I've been following artificial intelligence properly since 2023 when it came out near the I think around October is when the OpenAI's ChatGPT model got released. Prior to that, I remember back in 2015 when I was in university, 2017 actually, one of my roommates was working on machine learning, which was a very early version of the very polished chatbots and the artificial intelligence models we see today. So yeah, it's a really interesting topic. There's a lot's happening in the world, and I'm definitely sure as students, you guys are seeing how it's being used and its impact in the world. So yeah, if everyone can see, we have four questions today we can discuss. The first one is, how has AI changed the way people work or study? The second one is, should students be allowed to use AI tools for learning? Why or why not? The third one is, what jobs are most likely going to be affected by AI in the next 10 years? And finally, we have, do you think AI will improve people's lives overall? And what might be some possible disadvantages? So these are our questions for tonight. It's a pretty interesting topic. So Maria, I think you have your hand up. Would you like to get us started?
No, I raised this hand for the previous question. I will
Okay.
think a little bit, then I will answer.
Okay. Sounds good. No worries. Okay then. I believe Samsung A262B was Nusrat Apu. Is that correct?
আমি নুসরাত আপু আসসালামু আলাইকুম
Yes. Walaikum assalam Apu. It's good to see you back. So would you like to get us started for tonight?
yes
Wonderful.
I want
Okay.
so which question shall I answer?
Okay, why don't you get us started with the first one? How has AI changed the way people work or study?
Thank you very much. I want to say that AI changed the way people work or study a lot. A lot of changes have been occurred in study and working area. Nowadays, if a learner faces any problem, he or she immediately take help from AI. AI helps a student very much. For example, I want to give an example from my life. That is, few days ago, I joined a training program. In that training program, I had to prepare a policy paper. And I want to say that I took a lot of helps from AI. AI helps people not only in study, but also in work. Many persons say that people who do not know how to use AI, they will not be successful in their jobs. Especially in multinational companies, an individual has to know how to use why. For example, if a person has to prepare a proposal, he or she has to take help from AI because AI will help a man or woman to prepare his or her quickly. AI help a person to prepare his proposal not only quickly, but also efficiently. However, there is a problem of creativity or individuality. I want to say that if an individual takes help from AI, it may hamper his or her individuality or creative thinking. So we have to use it in a regulated way. We have to use our creativity, individual philosophy, individual thinking. Otherwise, AI will not be helpful for us. That's all. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing. That was actually a very good answer, very detailed. You provided some examples and you had some clear points that you highlighted, absolutely, especially in your personal work. That's a very good answer overall. It sounds like you're improving every time we speak. So keep up the good work.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're most welcome. Yeah, who's speaking?
একশো পাঁচ 150 আপনার ভাই তোমার হচ্ছে 100 দিচ্ছি
Hi, Jihad, was there something you wanted to share?
একটা জিনিস কি জানো? চশমা। আমারও খুব শখের, ভাইয়া গেছে দেখতে এটা কিনছি।
Okay, I think he might be having a conversation with someone else. All right, so who would like to try the next question?
স্যার একটা কথা একটু বলতে চাচ্ছি।
Sure, Apu বলেন।
হ্যাঁ, আপনি যে কোশ্চেন গুলো দিয়ে আমাদেরকে প্র্যাকটিস করান, ওগুলা যেমন গতকালের কোশ্চেন গুলো কিন্তু আমরা আবার পাই নাই ইয়েতে হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ গ্রুপে। এর আগের কয়েকটা কোশ্চেন কিন্তু আমরা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ গ্রুপে পেয়ে গিয়েছি। তো ওই মানে আজকের কোশ্চেন গুলো যদি আমরা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ গ্রুপে পেয়ে যাই, তাহলে আমরা হয়তো ফ্রি টাইমে বাসায় বসে বসেও একটু প্র্যাকটিস করতে পারলাম।
আচ্ছা, ঠিক আছে, এটার ব্যাপারে তো আমি জানতাম না, বাট থ্যাংক ইউ আমাকে এটা জানানোর জন্য। আমি আমাদের টিমের সাথে কথা বলে আমি স্লাইড বা কোয়েশ্চেন গুলা
হ্যাঁ,
শেয়ার করে দিব।
শেয়ার করে দিবেন। জি, থ্যাংক ইউ।
Yeah, you're most welcome. আর আপনি মনে হয় কালকে, আই থিঙ্ক না, আপনি না, মেবি আপুটা আছে, লিজা আপু। কালকে আপু আপনি একটা প্রশ্ন জিজ্ঞেস করেছিলেন যে পার্ট টু এর কিউ কার্ড গুলার জন্য ডিসকাশনের জন্য কিভাবে প্র্যাকটিস করা যায়। সো আই গট ব্যাক উইথ মাই টিম। সো এখানে ইফ ইউর মোর ইন্টারেস্টেড ইন exploring or practicing cue cards, speaking for especially for part two and part three, we do have Discord rooms that you can join, and generally we have other instructors who are available there. Not all the time, to my knowledge, but that's just another area. Since we have a very specified amount of time here and a specified focus, we can't really cover as much as we'd want to, but you're welcome to get in touch with our student counselors, and I'm pretty sure they can help you find the Discord groups which you can join, and you can practice your part two cue card speaking there as well. Hopefully, once I'm a little bit more integrated with the workflows of everything, you'll see me there as well.
Okay, for joining this section, of on which person I should contact?
You can contact either Robiul Bhai or Mimtaz Apu. They're both available for that. Or if not, I can find out the information if they're unavailable. I can find out the information and I can get back to you tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll see you again tomorrow for our language club. So
Thank
I
you
can,
so much.
yeah, you're most
Okay,
welcome.
thank you.
Glad I could help. Okay, so sorry, we went off a little bit off topic there. So who would like to go next? Remember, guys, the more you practice, the better you'll improve, the quicker you'll improve. So don't be shy, don't be nervous.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Welcome, assalam.
I want to discuss about this is my first class, and I am sorry about that. And I want to
No, it's okay.
discuss about the second question. The question is: should a student be allowed to use AI tools or learning? I think there are multiple answer. Should it? And um, uh, the my opinion is yes or no. Uh, so when yes, a student can use AI tools for their basic learning purpose. I think if she or he needed some um, basic task for their related area, they need to be they can help use help from the AI, and uh, it's very easy to use this. And also, if you uh, uh, want to learn something about some specific topics, then you get it from AI. And also the other hand, there are some points which is not to use AI because various I think in our field in CSC there are multiple people use the AI badly. They if the teacher give some assignment or something, they direct copy from AI and replace and submit it the teacher. And I think it should not be done, and that's all.
Okay, well, hey, that was a pretty good attempt. Thank you for, you mentioned this is your first class. Thank you for joining us. I'm glad to have you. And
Thank
good
you, sir.
attempt. I appreciate you looking into the topic. So a couple of things I can share. So try to pause a little bit more when you're talking. I understand it's your first time here, you might be a little nervous, and that's totally fine. But when you're speaking, try to pause a little bit more. While your speech was overall relatively clear. I was able to understand most of what you were saying, but when you were stuttering or when you were chopping your words or thinking about what you wanted to say next, that was a little difficult to keep track of, especially since you're making a lot of filler noises. It was becoming a little bit difficult to follow along with what you were saying. And you had one pronunciation error. I think this is something that a lot of people make an error in. So this was when you were mentioning what and which. I think, sorry, it was what and when. So you're pronouncing the H of that letter of that word too much. Instead of saying what, you're saying what. And instead of saying when, you're saying when. So for these five words, uh, who, what, when, where, why, generally stress the W pronunciation more than the H. The H is generally silent. So yeah, so next time just who, what, when, where, why. You don't have to mention the second letter, or you can ignore the second letter for the most part. So yeah, other than that, good job
Thank you, sir. Sir, thank you for
for
feedback.
speaking. You're most welcome. Yeah, absolutely. My pleasure. All right, Selena, I think you had your hand up next. Would you like to go? Selena, are you with
Okay.
us?
Yeah, I'm with you.
All right. So which
Okay.
question would you like to try today?
Uh, Today I want to question 3.
You want to
What
try
jobs
question?
are yeah,
All right. What
question
jobs are
3.
most likely to be affected by AI in the next 10 years? It's an interesting
Yeah.
question. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. In my opinion, AI will affect almost every profession in future, especially jobs that involve repetitive and routine tasks. For example, customer services representatives, data entry operators, cashier, and administrative assistants may see many of their routine tasks automated. Many companies already use AI powered chatbots to answer customers' questions. This helps employees save time and more focus to other responsibilities. On the other hand, AI is also creating new career opportunities in fields such as AI, robotics, data science, um, and digital technology. People who continue learning these new skills and adapt to technological changes will help better career opportunities in the future. As a conservation ecologist, I believed AI will also revolutionizing ecological research. Scientists can use AI to identify butterfly species, monitor biodiversity, analyze satellite images, predict climate change impacts, and support conservation planning. This technology will help researchers work faster, analyze larger databases, and make more informed decisions. However, one major concern is that some workers may lose their jobs if they are unable to adapt to new technologies. Therefore, governments, universities, and training institutions should provide um, upskilling programs so that people can learn digital and remain this technology in the job market. Personally, I think AI should be viewed as a partner rather than a replacement for human workers. In countries like Bangladesh, many jobs still requires human judgment, communications, field experience, and personal interaction. AI can assist us, but, but by reducing our workload, organizing information, and improving efficiency. But in most cases, people still need to do the work themselves. For example,
Mhm.
in my own research, AI helped me improve my academic writing, organize my
Mhm.
research proposal, and analyzing information more quickly. However, AI cannot conduct my field surveys, collect butterfly samples, observe habitats, or make scientific judgment based on my experience. Those tasks still require human knowledge and expertise. In conclusion, I believe AI will not replace most jobs. Instead, it will change the way we work by becoming a valuable partner. People who learn how to work AI will be more successful than those who ignore it. AI should support human intelligence, not replace it. Thank you.
Welcome. All right. Well, that was a very good answer. You had some really good points you mentioned. Are you sure you're speaking off the top of your mind, or are you reading a
No,
script?
I think in this way
Okay,
regularly
that's
because
very good.
I have to prepare myself for IELTS or I am searching a scholarship, prepare my research proposal. So I think it's so relevant to my daily work.
Sure, sure. Okay, well, yeah, I just wanted to make sure that, you're making this as natural as possible because ultimately that's what's going to help you down the line. Just that's what the whole purpose of the speaking club is. So, or the language club is. But yeah, overall, that was a really good answer, very detailed. You provided some examples, you provided your observations as well. You stated some of the issues that were happening. You gave examples of some of the areas that AI is affecting in terms of professional in the jobs in the next 10 years. So it was really good overall. I would say you're still struggling a little bit with some of your pronunciation for some of the words. For example, for which you pronounced that with you said wis, so that was WIS instead of WHICH. So that's one. Same thing with such instead of emphasizing the CH, you were pronouncing that as an S. So instead of such, you were saying sus. So a couple of those things, I did notice that you were flipping your Z and your G a little bit. So instead of saying technologies, you were saying technologies. And instead of saying digital, you were saying digital. So if you can just keep a few of those small pronunciation, just practice that a little bit more, I think your speech will definitely improve a lot more in a very short amount of time. You're already a very good speaker from what I can hear. Very well organized, very well thought out answers. So yeah, just a couple of small bits of feedback, but overall, really good job.
Thank you.
Thank you, Selena. Okay, so Maria, would you like to go next?
Yes, before I answer the question, I'm just confused about how should be the length of my answer because is it from the part 3 discussion question?
No, these aren't necessarily from part three. These are just more open-ended questions. We will try to keep our responses to about between 1 to 2, 3 minutes, depending on if we have fewer participants, we can, of course, accommodate more students giving longer, lengthier answers. But if we have a lot of students who want to participate in that situation, we might have to keep our answers to roughly about a minute or two, 2 minutes max. But if you would like, if you have the ability, or if you have the thoughts you want to express, please go for it. No worries. So
Uh,
yeah,
no, no, my concern was like in IELTS, we needed to be very concerned about timing. Like
sure.
if part one, then probably we should cover it in 1 minute. And if it's part three, probably not more than 2 minutes. Like, so this is why I just asking. So what
Okay.
according I will answer.
Sure. Well, okay, in that case, as you may or may not, you probably do know, part one is overall, it's about 4 to 5 minutes. Those are generally open-ended questions, more related to yourself, hobbies, your family, your hometown, things like that. Q card two generally is about 3 minutes. You get 1 minute to think about a topic, and then you have to speak for 2 minutes. And then in part three, that's also roughly 4 to 5 minutes. Yeah, about 5 minutes. Those are more discussion-based questions. So those are a little bit more open-ended. So, for example, um, sorry, I think it was Selena. Yeah, Selena Apu. She provided a very detailed answer. So that would be a very, very good answer for part three. However, she might have gone over the time limit a little bit. So perhaps the examiner would have either cut her off or given her less points there. They would have just stopped listening after, or they would have stopped grading you after the 2 or 3 minute mark. So yeah, well, in our situation for you, let's go ahead and try to aim for 2 minutes.
Okay. All right. So I will go through as a chronological order. So the fourth question I will answer.
Okay.
Well, I definitely think AI will improve people's life overall, although it may also create some challenges. It has the potential to make everyday tasks faster, more easier, convenient. To illustrate, in healthcare, AI can help doctors to detect disease, like it can detect cancer cells in early stage, so which can save people life. And if I talk about education, students can receive personalized support, and at work, AI can automate repetitive tasks, allowing people to focus on their creative work more. However, though there's a lot of advantage, but still I mentioned some disadvantage as well. Like one major concern is that AI could replace certain jobs, especially those involving routine tasks. For instance, many supermarkets now use self-checkout machines, so fewer cashier are needed. Another issue that probably students can cheat with AI, not direct cheat. Like most of the time, they got very dependent on the AI response. So they take my assignment from it, copy assignment from it, instead of thinking critically or solving problem their own. Overall, I believe the advantage outweigh the disadvantages. As long as AI is used responsibly and with proper ethics, people continue to develop their own skill.
Okay, well, that was a very good answer, very precise. You stuck about, it was a little over 2 minutes, so it was a good estimation mentally. Yeah, some good points you mentioned. One bit of feedback I will give you, you have a pretty good use of vocabulary. You're not repeating any words unnecessarily, so that's really good. Couple of small issues you had were just with singular, plural grammar here and there. So you mentioned fewer cashier. So that would be fewer cashiers since you're talking about multiple cashiers. And another one was you're missing one of your words. So I think you're talking about facing problems. You said problems their own, so it would have been problems on their own. So just a small little mistakes here and there, but overall your answer was really good. It was very clear. You had a logical uh, flow to your speech. So yeah, it was a great job.
Thank you. And I know about the singular plural grammar, but when I talk, and somehow I can't remember it. I don't know why.
It'll come with practice. Don't worry about it. The more you practice, the better you'll get. So just like I said, just practice Kororo and you'll be fine.
Okay, thank you.
You're most welcome. All right. Moni, I believe Apu, you wanted to go next.
Good morning. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, I want to answer the question number 1.
Question number 1. Okay, go ahead whenever you're ready.
How has AI changed the way people work or study? AI change has the way of people work and study in many ways. It helps people complete tasks quickly and efficiently. For instance, students use AI tools to understand difficult topics, check in grammar mistakes, and especially speaking. Yes, speaking we practice it's lots of helpful. There are lots of feed, help feedback and check grammatical mistakes. And on the other hand, in the workplace, AI helps employees in writing reports and analysis data, and as a result, people can save time and focus more important work. AI is just not use these tools, but also helpful. There are lots of resource and vocabularies, and it is improve our communication skills. That's it.
Okay, that was a pretty good answer as well. Thank you so much for that. A couple of small issues that I could just point out. So I think you mentioned lots of helpful. So instead of that's incorrect grammar. So instead of saying lots of helpful, you can say quite helpful or very helpful if you want to keep it simple. Or instead of helpful, you could have said lots of help. It provides a lot of help or lots of help for students or workers, employees. And the only other thing that really stood out was try to pause, take your time before you express your thoughts. You were saying filler words like a lot, so that was a little distracting. But other
I feel very nervous.
than that, it's pretty.
Mm.
Yeah, absolutely. It's okay. I understand. It's a language, and when we're trying to speak a new language, especially in a classroom environment, it can be very nerve-wracking. So don't worry about it. Just breathe. There's no judgment, no pressure here. We're here to practice. We're here to improve. So don't worry about it too much and keep it up.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you, sir.
You're most welcome. All right, Sadia Apu, would you like to go next?
Yes, sir. I want to answer the last
All
one.
right.
Okay. I
Sure.
believe
Go ahead.
people's overall livelihood can be improved by using artificial intelligence in future, as it can increase efficiency, saves time, mm, saves time. For example, in future, doctor can diagnose disease earlier, and a businessman can make better decision by using artificial intelligence, and students can use it efficiently for their study purpose. I can remember me and my team use ChatGPT for our assignment, which gives us more information and saves our time. Um, Besides this, there are some demerits also, as one major concern is job displacement, or as automation can replace the routine jobs. Besides this, AI can also may risk the privacy, as it collects lots of personal data And moreover, there are also some misinformation and biased data in AI which may mislead the users. And not but last but not the least, over dependency on AI can reduce the critical thinking ability of students as well as the all kinds of professional peoples. So government and the technology company should regulate some rules regulation for using it responsibly and ethically. Uh, that's by this way it can improve the livelihood or peoples in near future.
Okay, thank you for attempting that question. That was a pretty good answer. Sounds like you're pretty good at translating your thoughts. And okay, so there were a couple of small areas. Overall, your answer was good. You gave some good examples and you discussed a few different ideas. It was all clear. There may be a couple of small errors that I can share with you. So one was your pronunciation with livelihood. So instead of saying livelihood, you were pronouncing that as livelihood, or I think it was something along that line. So don't forget to pronounce the E. So it's livelihood. And then you also mentioned instead of saying diagnose, you said diagnosis. I think the tense that you used was a little incorrect there. However, overall, you did have a pretty good use of vocabulary. When you were talking about displacement and demerits, these are pretty good words that you should be using for topics like this. Another couple of small areas that you had some issues in was similarly to আমাদের আরেকটা ভাইয়া ছিল আগে, he was emphasizing the H in which. I think you said which, so that would be which. So just W টার নিচেই আপনার বেশি স্ট্রেসটা হবে, H টাতে অতটা না দিলেও চলবে, অসুবিধা নাই। আর আরেকটা জায়গায় ছিল হচ্ছে আপনি পিপল বলতে গিয়ে পিপলস বলে ফেলেছেন। পিপল কিন্তু অলরেডি একটা প্লুরাল ফর্ম। It refers to a large group of মানে অনেকগুলা মানুষকে এটাকে বোঝায়। সো পিপলের পর এস কখনো বসবে না। So it'll just be people. Other than that, that was a very good attempt. Great answer. We looking forward to hearing more of your responses in the future.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. Acha. So who else would like to go? Ishita, Apu, would you like to try?
Yes, assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam, Apu. How are you today?
I'm fine.
Glad to hear. So which question would you like to try today?
Anyone you can ask.
Okay, so why don't we go ahead and try question number 3. What jobs are most likely to be affected by AI in the next 10 years?
Well, in my opinion, I think routine jobs or like repetitive jobs are mostly affected by AI, because AI can perform repetitive tasks more quickly and more accurately than humans. For example, customer service representative, data entry clerks, or cashier. It may gradually be replaced by AI-powered chatbots and other automated systems. But some jobs require creativity and complex decision making, like teachers, doctors, and psychologists. Also, they are less likely to be completely replaced. So I think AI will probably assist them in their work, and which made them more comfortable and okay. That's it.
All right, no worries. Well, that was a pretty good attempt overall. A couple of good points I'll say right off the bat is you mentioned that in my opinion. So that was a good way to share your perspective of things, your personal experience, perhaps even. You had some pretty good, very clear pronunciation for a majority of your speech. That was well done. Uh, are you giving your exam or anytime soon? Or are you just taking this class to improve your overall
No,
English?
my exam is 27th July
Okay, so this weekend
this
or
weekend.
on
Yes,
Sunday, I believe. All right, well,
I'm very nervous about my speaking because
it's on Monday.
this section I'm very confused, and sometimes um, I'm really blank what to do, or simple question makes me uh, make me more nervous. I don't know why. Sometimes I really completely blank.
That's totally fine. That's when speaking in a new or a different language. Idea generation or translation is something that can always be a bit of a challenge at times. I find myself when I'm trying to say certain things in Bangla, for example, I find myself trying to translate directly from English to Bangla, and it doesn't sound very grammatically correct, and oftentimes it sounds quite comedic. But don't be nervous. Like I said, it's just a matter of practice. The more you practice, the more comfortable you'll become. There was a time in my life where I couldn't say anything more than yes or no. So just through practice and exposure to
Your
the language.
speaking is very lucrative, and sounds good.
Thank you. I've had a lot of practice and exposure and experiences, so I've
Yeah.
been able to refine that over the years. So yeah, don't worry about it. Well, since your exam is in 4 days, well, hopefully you join our club for the next 3 or 4 days. I'll be off on Sunday, but I'll be here today, tomorrow, on Saturday. So hopefully we'll see you then.
Inshallah.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. So no one else has their hand raised. Is the topic a little intimidating today? আপনারা কি ভয় পাচ্ছেন? এটা তো অনেক ইন্টারেস্টিং একটা টপিক, সবারই একটা না কিছু না এটা নিয়ে বলার থাকার কথা। So আচ্ছা, Lisa, Lisa Apu, would you like to go?
Yes, would like to answer question 3.
Okay, sure, go ahead.
Well, I believe that in future AI will replace some job like freelancer million of freelancer works around the world in various subject like as blog writing, Photoshop and data entry tasks. So AI will replace their job, as well as AI also replace some teacher job. For example, teacher who teaches foreign language, AI will replace them because already people are dependent AI to learn different type of language because it is very convenient and easy. So overall, AI will replace many jobs that are repetitive and and many companies are use AI technology to save their cost, and it will also have a harmful effect for many workers, because they become jobless in future, and they will face financial difficulties. That is the bad things of AI, I believe.
Okay, interesting. Well, you said that AI is going to replace foreign language teachers. So do you think AI is going to replace me? Then I'll be gone next week or 1 month from now. You'll be speaking to AI instead of me. Think that's a possibility? Or is it going to take a little longer than that?
No, I think I believe I would say it's 10 years or 15 years later. Obviously,
15
AI will
years. Okay.
replace. Yes, in question it's say 10 years, not tomorrow or within 10 days or 1 month. Definitely, it will replace some jobs in teachers. I believe that like
Yeah.
people who learn to language Japanese or German or English, they can easily use AI apps such as Duolingo or other chat GPT, other platform, and they can choose it because it's save their time and money. So I believe that it may affect some teacher jobs. And it's
Sure.
true. I don't want to hurt you. Please
You
don't
won't.
take it personally.
No, no,
It's
no. I was just joking. No worries.
okay.
I want to say that AI will not replace a person's job. AI will help a person, but it is not possible that AI will replace a person's job.
Well, okay, thank you for sharing that. On the topic, one thing I can share from my personal observation is that while it may not necessarily, I think it would be incorrect to also say that it won't replace people, because we've seen in many, particularly in customer service or data entry or accounting type of jobs, anything where one of our speakers mentioned, anything where there's repetition that's involved, that's an area that AI can do very well. One observation I can share with you, I'm not sure if any of you have seen in the news, but now they're finding that a lot of the running AI and AI agent, let's say they replace you with an AI agent or a model to do your job. Now, what they're finding is that it's actually 2 times as expensive to maintain and regulate that AI than it is to deal with the humans. So perhaps right now there are definitely some areas that AI is replacing jobs in. However, there are also many, many other areas where uh, it's just not there yet. Perhaps now that AI is being integrated with robotics a lot more, there's going to be a new dimension and a new era of learning for AI and their capacity to understand the world around them. So perhaps when that happens, then yeah, definitely we might see a lot more people losing their jobs or just not finding the right work that they were once able to do. So yeah, it's a really interesting topic. It's and yeah, Lisa Apu, don't worry, I wasn't offended at all. I mean, just any joke করে বললাম. Definitely I'm also very much aware that in the next 10 years, not just teachers, but a lot of jobs are going to be impacted. And I think it's also
Yes,
correct that
as I mentioned, many people face financial difficulties problem because they lose their job, and it's a drawback. I think the AI, because
yeah, yeah, you're
It
absolutely
also
correct.
reduce people's creativity, because people are dependent, especially students are dependent on AI to solve their homework or tasks. As I think the traditional teaching method will completely change in future.
Yeah,
But in some particular areas of where lab work or health sector, teacher will play a good role, because especially in lab work, AI cannot replace them. Because in that case, teachers is obviously need to guide student. But as I mentioned, that repetitive work, such as I mentioned that you don't take it personally. Language, for instance, language, and we also use some AI as like we talk every day for speaking practice. Now it's happening.
Hmm.
Okay.
Sir, I want to mention an incident that once leftists of West Bengal told that computer would reduce many jobs. But what now we see that their prediction has not become true. Computer does not reduce any job sectors. But leftists of West Bengal, they raised their voice against launching of computer in West Bengal. And nowadays it becomes an example of their foolish mentality.
Yeah, with as we've seen in every industrial revolution, people have said that, oh, now that this technology is available, this amount of jobs are going to get displaced, or this number of people are going to be out of work. Whenever new technology comes out, there are definitely some advantages and disadvantages to it, and ultimately over time, as we have seen in the last 4 to 5 years, when since AI has been more prevalent, we have seen major changes. There have been losses of certain types of jobs, but however, there have been creations of new types of jobs as well. So we'll see over the next 5 years. Things are advancing a lot in the area. However, there is a pretty significant pushback from a lot of people that while they do enjoy using AI to simplify life in a lot of ways, there's a good point that Lisa Apu and yourself mentioned that critical thinking skills are deteriorating at an alarming rate, particularly among students, because they're offloading their cognitive functions to something that to a computer that, the work that they should be doing themselves. So yeah, some great points. Okay, so we're gonna move on. I think Zubair Bhai, I think you wanted to say something.
Yes, sir. Hello, assalamu alaikum. Good evening,
Welcome,
sir.
Aslam. Good evening. So
Sir, I am just entered the class. I was in my office. Can you
sure.
ask me a question?
Yeah, sure. Can you see our screen? We have four
Yes.
questions up. You're more than welcome to answer any one of the four, but if you want, I can choose one for you as well.
Sir, you can choose. Just ask me a question. I will try to provide the answer.
Sure. Okay, why don't we go ahead and answer the fourth one? Do you think AI will improve people's lives overall? And what might be some possible disadvantages? It's kind of what we were talking about a little earlier, if you were hearing or listening. So yeah, why don't you go ahead and try that one?
Yes, sir. Thank you for, first of all, thank you for giving me opportunity. Uh, Broadly speaking, this is a criteria which I have thinking so many days, because some days ago I listened a podcast in uh, uh, the directors, where they call the godfather of AI, uh, just give a uh, speech where he just warned us that AI can destroy human life. AI can take over. It is very dangerous. So from this perspective, I think AI have disadvantages more than advantage. AI can destroy human population, human civilization, if it go beyond our hand. Uh, as uh, as from this perspective, he just felt that AI can improve in several sectors like hospital, like treatment and education. It can improve mentality. It can improve the gap between teacher and a student who is not available to get an enrollment in any wide or big university to get any good teacher. AI can teach him some things he can learn from AI, but AI eventually can destroy our human civilization if we get out or get level from our hand. From his perspective, we said AI can control our computer can control our mind, our human life. AI can hack my laptop anytime if I want. If he go beyond our hand, AI can destroy our personal life. AI can make his own video and money from TikTok or any other Facebook website, and he can kill any person from drone. He can launch a atom. Uh, he can launch atomic war in any country because some countries have AI related AI controlled missiles and other things such as Russia or Ukraine. Recently, we have seen in Iran where they are using AI. It is very dangerous. AI can choose a country and launch a missile, and he can create a chaos all over the world. AI can launch a missile from Russia to USA, and it can destroy our human civilization. It can create a great chaos. And beside this, AI can grab, AI can destroy many sectors, mainly, majorly, from my perspective, the creative sector, the art or the coding, the the illustrating work, making photograph. He can create this result because AI can create any this kind of thing because we have already seen the AI cloud. We can make any kind of website or any kind of what we can say.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, all right. Well, hey, thank you so much. I was having a little bit of trouble with hearing what you were saying. I think either your microphone was cutting out a little bit, but overall, that was a very interesting answer. I liked that. I appreciated that you s chose a specific direction, particularly focusing on the disadvantages, and you highlighted some pretty significant issues, particularly the AI application in warfare, in modern warfare. I think that is an extremely important area to consider, hands down. And there are definitely a lot of systems that are now being more regularly integrated with AI platforms, and they are definitely playing a more important part in our day-to-day life. So yeah, I think that's a very interesting perspective you've taken and shared. And is this your first time joining our language club?
Yes, sir. In your class, it's my first time, but I am an old student
Okay,
of Arifacademy, but I was busy in my office work
sure.
since 1 2 month. I was planning to giving the exam in August. That's why I
Okay.
am trying to regular.
Okay, awesome. Well, okay, thank you so much for participating. Well, we do have to get to a couple of more speakers, but I hope to see you again for future classes.
Inshallah, sir.
All
Sir,
right.
how was my performance?
It was pretty good. We do have to cut our session short. আমাদের 5 মিনিটের মধ্যে ক্লাস শেষ করে দিতে হবে soon. So,
Yes, sir.
আবার আসেন. Inshallah, I'll be happy to share more feedback with you in the future.
Inshallah, sir.
All right. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
sir. Thank you a lot, sir.
All right. Mr. Sajidul, I believe, or actually, sorry.
Yes,
One
Shahidul.
second. I think Mr. Mahbub had his hand raised for quite some time. Are you still with us? আপনাকে মনে হয় শোনা যাচ্ছে না। আচ্ছা. Mr. Mahbub, I think we're having some issues with your microphone, so we're gonna
Am I audible, sir? Sorry, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you giving me the
Oops.
floor, sir. Actually, I was
Oops.
a keen observer that actually I have no adequate knowledge about AI, but I learned lot of things by this time from the speakers. So I think overall that it's a blessing for us. I want to say something about number 4. Yeah,
Sure.
AI is not a curse for us. It's a blessing for human being, so far I think, and it gives me a lot of opportunity to have the job. But someone expressed that we lost our job. But actually, Bangladesh is overpopulated. We are a lot of unemployment problem. So I think AI will help us to get the job. We will not lose our job. Instead of we will get job. We will not. Retrenchment from the job. I think it will involve lot of people, but we have no idea properly about AI. That's why maybe we are thinking like this. And in some cases, we hear that AI is a great hindrance for the teacher. Those who will teach the student, they will lose their job. So I think that AI provide lot of things, no doubt. But I have a idea that is that when the teacher deliver his lecture in the classroom, he only not teach the student about the topics, specific topics. He gives some motivational speech, ethical side. So how to be a good man, he try to and try to describe, and students gain, student become gainer. So I think AI is not our problem, and it is not it has no any demerits. I think it will helpful for us, and people can learn everything from AI. The student can get lot of things from AI. All sorts of grammar is contained there, so we can if someone want to learn something, we can improve ourselves. So I think, sir, AI is a blessing, and it has no disadvantage, and everything has merits, demerits. But I think that it has 90% merits, and 10% maybe demerits. So I think. Thank you, sir, for listening to
Yeah.
me. Thank you, everyone.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for participating. And I appreciate your perspective. Yeah, you went in the opposite direction of Zubair Bhai there. So yeah, I think your thoughts were pretty well expressed. You have a couple of small grammar errors here and there, but overall your speech is pretty good. I hope you continue to participate in future courses. But okay, so we will only have time to take maybe one or two more speakers tonight. We are running short on time. Mr. Sajidul, I believe you are up next.
Yes, thank you.
Hello, hi. How are you doing?
Yes, I'm doing fantastic, and thank
Good.
you for asking, please.
Yeah, so go ahead. Which question would you like to answer tonight?
Well, I'd like to respond for the last question. Do you think AI will improve people's life overall?
Sure.
Yes, from my perspective, I would like to say yes. Yes, AI definitely has a great impact for improving livelihood. Uh, First of all, AI Dorse curse is definitely blazing from my side, mainly because it age our daily life hassle. For instance, if we consider about the driverless car, definitely it saves our human resource. On top of that, if we talk about a very critical medical operation, definitely AI perform significantly on the specific sector. Another key point is AI can act as a great tool for the student. So, every system has some positive and negative side. So, over and random use of AI definitely has a negative impact in our human society. For instance, as my earlier speaker already told, that if we use it in a negative way, like in a war or other things, that is not ethical. So yes, I believe that proper and ethical use of AI definitely ultimately bring prosperity in our society. And negative, if we consider about the negative things, then I consider it definitely reduce our thinking capabilities and problem solving skill. So these things are negative side of AI. However, every system have a negative and positive side, but I believe definitely negative side overweigh the positivity. That's all from my side, and I'm really blessed you gave me a chance. That's it.
Yeah, all right. Well, hey, thank you so much for speaking. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts about that question. Overall, that was pretty well said. That was a good answer overall. You provided some examples, you had clear ideas, you were able to express them quite well. Your pronunciation, for the most part, is pretty solid. Not too many points of feedback for you. Oh, just one thing at the end, you said that the negatives overweigh the positives. So that would be the word you're looking for would be outweigh, either outweigh or
Sorry, sorry. Exactly. Outweigh. Exactly. I
yeah,
also slip
yeah.
up my mind.
That's
Please
okay. No
pardon me.
worry.
It's my bad.
No problem. But other
I
than
think
that,
I
it's what
think outweigh is the good word, isn't it? Definitely, it's
yeah,
outweigh
yeah. It would
negativity in compared to
right.
positive, isn't it? Okay.
Generally, when we're making that comparison between positives and negatives, we can use that word that the positives outweigh the negatives of this technology.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yes, yes,
yeah.
yes,
All right.
yes. Thank you, thank
Okay.
you.
You're most welcome. Okay, so we're gonna try to squeeze in a couple of more speakers tonight. Shanta, Mustafa, you're up next. And do try to keep the responses a little short. Sorry, আজকে আমাদের সময় একটু হাতে কমে গেল শেষের দিকে, but yeah, please go ahead. What would you
Okay,
like to
sir.
answer?
So I want to answer second question.
Please go
In
ahead.
my opinion, should students should be allowed to use AI for learning because AI makes us our life multiple time. Like they help us to knowing about anything, like ChatGPT or Siri. We can easily use for making any table assessment and other thesis. So I think it will help us because in a multiple way. So for example, I usually use ChatGPT for my learning, like vocabulary and also some sentence making. So I think AI helps us for many ways.
Okay. Sorry, I might have rushed you a little bit, so your answer sounded a little bit rushed as well. I sounded a little nervous. Okay, so overall, that's pretty good answer. Just a couple of small errors you're having with singular and plural, ultimately your grammar. So you said others thesis, so that would have been other thesis, or there was another mention of in a multiple way, so that would have been in a multitude of ways. If you want to say multiple ways, you could have said, or you could say in multiple ways. So you kind of once again just keep an eye on your singular and plural usage. Other than that, also Sheshadiga, you mentioned for many way. So you kind of instead of for many way, you could have said in many ways or for a variety of ways. So yeah, just a couple of small errors with your grammar in singular and plural and some of your vocabulary, but other than that, it's pretty good, especially in a short amount of time. That was a pretty good answer. Well done.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Okay, well, actually, I think the next speaker who wanted to participate, okay, Mahbub, do you still have your hand up? Do you want to speak tonight? Be our last speaker? Is there someone else named Mahbub? You have your hand raised. All right. Well, I think you might. Okay, we have you. Would you like to be our last speaker tonight, Mahbub? I think you might be having some issues with your microphone, so uh, we'll we'll try again tomorrow. Hopefully, we get a chance to have you back in our class. So we
Okay.
will.
Before ending our class, I would like to say that I just answered the question. Please don't take it seriously, and it's
It's okay,
everyone
Apu.
have different opinion. So I just give my opinion. That's it.
Absolutely,
And one
absolutely.
thing one thing I would like to mention about you particularly, that you are a very potential man, and as I
Thank you.
hear, as you mentioned first your class, that you have lot of experience. So I believe that people who have lot of skills and they will face this challenge, and it is very necessary for us to prepare us learning different skills to face this challenge, because in the future technology will beat every sector. So if you learn different skills, that will help us to survive, or to get a job very quickly, because in future job market will be very competitive, I believe that. And I also believe that I can mention that you have potentialities. So don't take it
Yeah.
personally, okay?
No worries at all. Apu, I was just joking, just to make the conversation a little bit more fun. Not at all. Nothing was taken personally. I'm very aware of the areas that are being affected by AI. আমারও তিন বছর আগেও একটা এআই এর কারণে একটা চাকরি চলে গেছিল। So I understand that definitely you have to keep yourself upskilled and you have to try to innovate and stay as up to date as possible. So yeah, no worries, no offense taken. And yeah, well, তাছাড়া hopefully we will pick up our conversations again tomorrow with a different topic. Thank you everyone who participated today. So we will have to end our language club meeting for today, but hopefully we'll see you again tomorrow.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
You are most welcome.
একটু দিয়ে দিয়েন হোয়াটসঅ্যাপে।
এই ক্লাসটা কি প্রত্যেকদিন হবে? আমি আজকে ফার্স্ট জয়েন করলাম তো।
Yeah, our language club is every day from 7:30 p.m. to 8:30 or 8:45. Roughly depends on how many students we have. But the language club is available every day, and I'm here most of the time. So আমাকে আসলে বেশিরভাগ সময় হয়তো বা পাবেন।
ওকে ভাই, থ্যাংক
Good.
ইউ।
Okay.
Good to know,
Share
sir.
the
Good to know.
slides in WhatsApp.
I will. I heard you, Apu. No worries. I will talk to my team and we'll get that shared with you as soon as possible.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.
Assalamu alaikum.